Good morning, Salem High. I'm Kaylin,
And I'm Erica.
and welcome to another quarantine edition of the Salem High News. This week on the Salem High News, Ethan explains a relatively unfamiliar math concept, and Eric shows off his skills in pixel art. But first, Ethan is about to explain exchanges of two different numbers systems in a new segment called Crazy Calculations. Take it away, Ethan.
Welcome to Crazy Calculations, where I talk about a mathematical concept that not a lot of people are familiar with. Now for our first segment, I want to delve into a fundamental foundation of how we do math, base number systems. Everything is expressed in terms of powers of 10, with there's so many ones, so many tens, so many hundreds, etc., but there are different ways to express numbers. Computers use binary, a base 2 counting system, and hexadecimal, a base 16 system, in order to efficiently store and display information, with the latter using the digits 0 through 9 as well as A through F to represent the numbers 10 through 15. Just as base 10 has 10 symbols and base 2 has 2, hexadecimal uses a total of 16 symbols. Other languages, such as the Nigerian languages of Piti and Janji, use a duodecimal system with a total of 12 symbols, which fits well with our means of telling time. There are 12 hours in AM and PM each, and 12 months in a year, which match almost perfectly with the number of lunar cycles, or a complete orbit of the moon around the Earth, each year. All of this information tells us that a base n system uses a total of n symbols to display information. The smallest symbol is 0, and the biggest would be a symbol whose base 10 equivalent is n minus 1, given that n is an integer greater than 1. Now for the main point of this segment, base exchange. Base exchange is the process of taking a number and transferring it between two different base n systems. So for my base 10 number as an example, let's go with 125. And for the base transfer, I'm going to go with the hexadecimal system, so in this case, n equals 16. The highest power of 16 that can fit in this number is 16 to the first, meaning that we need 2 digits to represent our new number. Dividing 125 by 16 and ignoring what's beyond the decimal point, and we need 7 16s for our first digit. And so our first digit is 7. 7 times 16 equals 112. We have 13 left over, so we add that to our ones place. Its hexadecimal representation is D. So that gives us our final number of 7D. Okay, so we have time for another example and more paper. This time our base 10 number will be 644, and the base transfer target will be the octal system, so n equals 8. The highest power of 8 we need to use here is 8 to the third, which means that we'll need 4 digits to represent our new number. Our first digit is very simple, and that's just 1. Because 2 times 8 cubed gives us 1024, which is bigger than the number we started with. Okay, so we have 132 left over, so that's going to give us our next digit, which is 2. 132 minus 128 would give us 4. We only have 4 left over, so our third digit has to be 0. That means that our 4 has to be the last digit as a result. This is getting us to our final number, which is 1204. Now, I would like to point out one more thing before we head out, and it is that base transfer can be used for more complicated operations, including those that use multiple bases in counting systems, which we do not have time to deal with. Now, if you're up for a bit of a challenge, try to rewrite this number from base 12 back to base 10 and see what happens. Remember that the first digit from the right is the 12 to the 0 place, with the exponent going up from there. The correct answer will be revealed next time. Well, that wraps it up for today. This has been Crazy Calculations, and we will see you next time. Catch you on the flip side!
Next up, Eric decided to show off his pixel art skills by doing a speed art of a mountain landscape. Let's see what he did.
Great job, Eric. Looks impressive. Before we head out, we would like to know what movies or TV shows are you watching right now? Send your saved videos to our Snapchat at Salem High News, and we might feature it in our next Quarantine Chronicles. Great job, Eric. Looks impressive. Before we head out, we would like to know what movies or TV shows are you watching right now? Send your saved videos to our Snapchat, Salem High News, and we might feature it in our next Quarantine Chronicles.
That's all we have for you today, Salem High. This has been the Salem High News brought to you by the students of digital media. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next Friday. Yay.
What do we do now?
Wait. So hi, this is Winnie. Oh, she pooped on me.